left something to be desired.
Okay.
I finished that burger. The sauce is really good. It got a little bit on my fingers, but that wasn't too bad. Sesame seed bun, mozzarella cheese is why it's a mozza burger. And it was a pretty good burger. I finished it pretty quickly and didn't really savor it, I guess, because I was excited about the next burger I had coming up that I was more excited for.
Yeah.
Matthew, what'd you think of your matzo burger?
My matzo burger was fine. It was a nice. It was a little squished, which I like sometimes if the burger calls for it. And it did. It wasn't too greasy. I didn't really do the bun test because, it was too greasy for it to do well in the bun test. But it...
you want to describe the bun test for the listeners who this might be their first episode?
Well, sometimes when a very nice burger is presented to you, it has a glisten, a little bit of a shine. I want to know, is that glisten in the bun or is it on the bun? Like if I touch it, will my finger become the glisten?
Oily, yeah.
Oily is a better way to describe it. And usually the burgers that we've tested have all passed with flying colors.
Yeah.
This burger, I know if I would have given it the test, it would have failed because it was kind of greasy. It was in a package, so
I suppose some of the oils get them moving around and stuff.
Yeah, but if you're a fast food burger, I'm not doing that test on you. It's not fair.
All right. Well, I mean, all right, okay. I mean, I feel like with sesame seeds, it kind of hides perhaps some of the inconsistencies with the bun.
Yeah,
because there's so much going on already, you won't notice it as easily.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like we went during like a lunch hour rush, and the service wasn't up to snuff per se, or up to what I have come to expect from A&W. It was very like, here, take it and get out of here.
Yeah,
keep it moving. All that friendliness of A&W is gone, man. I don't know if it's just this location of the lunch hour rush, but it was just
no miniskirts.
All that charm is gone.
No roller skates.
I mean, we did get frosty mugs for a root beer, which I really do appreciate. When you sit down, you've got like an icy, frosty top to your root beer. Ooh, I love it.
They've held on to that. That's the one thing that they've stayed true to. But I'm surprised they have, because some people got to steal those.
I'm sure.
I've stolen one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How many do you have?
One.
Okay.
I've only stolen one.
I was actually finishing my root beer today going, I wish I had one of these for myself.
Now, A&W, if you're listening, I stole this when I was a teen.
Yeah.
I was eating
back
a
when
teen
you were
burger.
But a teen burger.
Yeah, and teen burgers, they're the criminals. That's why the little image of the criminal looked most like the teen burger. I still have it, so you know that it's in good hands.
Okay. It's still, it's being taken care of. If they really want it back, you'd think about it.
We can negotiate.
Yeah, okay.
How can they reach us, Sebastian?
They can reach us on Twitter at Burger Edition, or Facebook.com/Burger Edition. Or I guess they can email us, Matthew. What's our email address?
Well, we have two now.
Oh,
it's no longer, well, it still is burgeredition@hotmail.com, but they're just flooded, Sebastian, flooded with Spam. Have I spoken to you about this?
No, you haven't.
We've had so many requests from Nigerian princes.
Ooh.
And from...
What do they have to offer?
Oh, money. They just need some money to get going.
Oh, they're coming. They're barking up the wrong tree. We have to spend our money on burgers and servers.
We don't have as much as they want, but we could be essentially princes in another land.
Interesting.
That's if we give into it. But I'm getting so many offers.
Okay.
I don't know which one to choose. They're all, it's mainly a lot of princes, but they're not all from Nigeria.
Okay.
From around the world.
Interesting.
People just want money. A lot of them are starting off with God bless you for taking the time to read this email.
Mm-hmm.
And please know that I need money. It always ends with I need money.
Mm-hmm.
The long and short of it, they want money. They want to scam me. They want to scam us.
Yeah.
They think we're making the burger bucks.
No.
We don't have it. So
Buku burger bucks.
So I moved over to Gmail. Then we got a burgeredition@gmail.com.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure we can hook those two up, and maybe Gmail will filter out a lot of that spam.
Yeah. They don't have Gmail in Nigeria.
That's it. Well, no, you can filter out spam better. Gmail somehow knows or something. I don't know, man.
All right.
So we can maybe return that mug.
Perhaps.
Depending if A&W contacts us with a good offer.
If you make me a better offer than becoming a Nigerian prince.
Yeah. So after my matzo burger, I moved on to my uncle burger.
Yeah.
And before I even took a bite, I realized it was very poorly constructed. Very disappointing, the construction of it.
I saw
The
that.
2 slices of tomato just stacked on one side of the burger. That's laziness. I guess they're in a rush or whatever. It's the lunch rush, but put the tomatoes next to each other or slightly overlapped.
Yeah.
2 pieces of bacon just stacked.
Yeah.
Crisscross them, put them beside each other. Do something.
Some showmanship.
Yeah, have a little pride in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You used to be an artist, a sandwich artist.
I was once a sandwich artist, yes.
And that carries
over.
I
did take pride in.
You did?
Yeah, I would like to make my sandwiches very presentable and even. I want every bite to be equal, pretty much. So I disassembled my burger, put it back together in a more agreeable way, and proceeded to eat that burger. And it was a pretty darn good burger. I enjoyed that burger. There was maybe one bite of it that had this inconsistently salty, oily patch in it, which as soon as it hit my tongue, it flashed back to me that this does happen sometimes at A&W. Not very often, but it does happen.
Sounds awful.
Well, I don't know.
Salty, oily patch? Well, that happens in the burger sometimes?
It's like they put a little salt in the burger, and it's just like all the salt ended up landing in the same greasy little section of the burger.
All right.
Like so you take a bite and you're like, oh, that's just a little salty spludge.
You're not making it sound any better.
No, well, no, I guess not. But I'm not trying to sugarcoat it either.
Okay.
Yeah. So I still enjoyed both of the burgers, but they didn't knock my socks off. I enjoyed the onion rings, but the weird thing is, the root beer was probably the highlight of the meal for me.
Yeah.
Are you agreeing with that, or are you just...
No, it's usually I see that mug and the frostiness of it and the amount I get, and it's, I don't know, that's always, it sounds bad that I say the burger is the least exciting thing about it, but the first thing I look at is the mug and the drink, and that's amazing, and then I get the little onion rings I can put the spices on, so that's a good thing. The burger is the thing I have the least, I'm paying the least attention to.
Interesting.
The burger is amazing, though. I really do enjoy it. Maybe not amazing. Let me step back a bit. The cheese, I think that's something they do right. There's always a lot of cheese, but I did order the matzo burger, and that cheese, I guess, pulls apart differently. I don't know what it is about these burgers. I think I noticed a difference in the bun. Do you notice anything?
I mean, nothing that special. I wouldn't say it's an especially sweet bun like some places.
Yeah.
Or I didn't notice that much about the bun. It was pretty standard to me.
But when you bite into an A&W burger, you can tell it's an A&W burger. Like if we had a test of 10 burgers from all different places, and you were blindfolded,
that's true,
and you had to find the A&W burger.
That's true. I probably would be able to.
But what about it is making us be able to separate it from the others?
I'd say in part the beef patty. It is a crumbly beef patty. We both noticed when we were done our burgers. I looked down at my tray and saw 2 little pieces of beef, and I thought to myself, "Oh, lucky me!"
Yeah,
I still had couple extra little bites. And similar thing happened to you.
Yeah,
they've got crumbly patty, and I think part of it is the mix of sauces, the mayo, mustard, ketchup with pickle that they put on their burgers. That it's distinct, to me at least.
Yeah, that's got to be it. It's in the sauce. It's in the patty itself, and when you get a little piece of crumbly beef, it makes you feel like it's real.
Yeah,
it's something. It's not just something pressed together by a machine.
Yes,
and cooked. So when it actually falls apart, you can see the individual bits.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds kind of gross too, but delicious, and just a delicious little surprise to have at the end of your meal.
Absolutely. I mentioned earlier I had a chicken burger a couple of weeks ago, and even then, that's a non-sesame seed bun, that little chubby chicken burger, and again, the bun was like absolutely not the star of the show. It was just a conveyance for this chicken and pickles, and it just, to me, it tasted like a dry, not in a bad way. It was like it had flour sprinkled all over it. You know what I mean? Where it's not really dry, but that first initial touch of the tongue feels dry.
Okay,
because of the flour. It has that sort of feeling on all of their buns to me. So Matthew, we're pretty much at that part of the show where it's time to rate our burgers. A&W, episode 40. How are you rating this burger, Matthew?
You'd think I would have thought about this
before now.
Yeah, you kind of sprung this on me.
I'm sorry. We have done this 39 times before.
Should have known. Oh, geez. Let me take everything into account here.
You could talk yourself through it.
Yeah. No, I got it. I talked myself through. I was just remembering the conversation I had with you 5 minutes ago.
Okay, perfect.
And that helped me out. I'm going to rate this burger. I wish we had 2 scales, a fast food scale and a real burger scale. Man, it's going to get it's going to get a 6.5.
Okay. I mean, that's not that bad.
That's usually what I give it when I know it's good, but I know it could be better.
Sure.
But it's a fine, better than fine burger for a fast food joint, especially. But, if you want a real rating, if you want to know where it fits in the
pantheon of burgers.
Yes, the pantheon of burgers. If you want to know exactly where it fits, for me, it's going to be at the 6.5 rating.
All right. I'm going to give this burger a lower score than I anticipated when I was going to go eat this burger.
Oh, okay.
When this particular A&W opened in downtown Montreal, the week that it opened, I probably visited it like 4 out of 5 days. I was so excited about having A&W in my life again, and I went a little crazy and went a little overboard perhaps. And then going there today, had 2 burgers, and neither of them were really up to snuff, not up to my expectations. Maybe that's my fault for having too high expectations out of A&W. But I'm only going to give, and I had 2 burgers, so I'm going to sort of average it out between those burgers. I'm only going to give these burgers a 6. I'm kind of disappointed with that because I like to think more of A&W than a 6.
What's the highest you thought you may have given it before you went in?
Could have gone up to an 8.5.
Whoa!
If I really enjoyed my burger today, I generally like A&W, but I was not. It didn't do it for me today.
Okay.
I don't know if it was because of that salty little oily bit, or
that bad
the poor construction of the burger, that bitter taste of the lettuce in that matzo burger.
Maybe the chained up mugs that they just don't trust you with.
Yeah, they don't trust me with the cinnamon. They lock the bathroom doors. Or it's not cinnamon, but I think there's some cinnamon in that spice set, whatever it is. I shouldn't go to a burger joint and the highlight of it be the root beer. Now, let's be honest. I love root beer. I go to the movies. I get a big root beer.
Yeah, I never get root beer unless it's in a big frosty mug.
I'm sad to say this, really. I wanted to enjoy A&W a lot more than I did. I have the fond memories of those bears, of that bear, his orange little hat. It just didn't do it for me today.
Maybe you need to go to a small town A&W.
Maybe I do.
Where they want to pay attention to you, the customer, you as a guest, and not just be at their lunch rush where it's just bang stuff out, order at a computer, bang it out.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I need to go to an A&W with that personal touch. Maybe I need to go to like small town Manitoba.
Yeah,
and try an A&W there. And you know what? I'm sure I'll have this warm family feeling that I want. That specially prepared burger that I hope for. The quality assemblage and ingredients that I think of when I think of A&W.
Yeah.
But today, this was not that. And I can only judge the burger on the burger I ate today, not my memories, my dreams, my aspirations of a burger. Next week, though, Matthew, I aspire to eating lunch with you again.
Okay.
It's going to be Wednesday. We're probably going to go for lunch. What should we get, though?
I don't know. Do you want to get a burger? Let's get a burger. That was gonna be a sneeze, and it wasn't. It was a very.
You've got like little scraps of toilet paper all over your beard now.
Oh, I apologize.
You look like you have no strategy. You're just wiping and taking a new part and wiping.
Muppet, just like.